I'm gonna explain how you can make a video of the Latter-day Sinners taking active part in your hijack lifeline. And I'm also gonna let Tommy explain in our Fun Street Fiction the methods employed by our corrupt California Mormons with the corrupt California cowardly cops and cops of everywhere. I'm going to let Tommy explain some stuff like that. But first, I want to get a couple of my quick parables out today. And I also hope to get to, trying to get rid of my past worker. Helping me out getting things done. I'm in a wheelchair, growing a new pair of eyes. Yeah. Medical research being passed by with folks being obvious as hell and scared as hell lately. I got that prepared. That's 2018 February. It's on. Despite making a video or two of incredibly obvious and scared to death. Folks going to extreme methods, worried about one man working alone, preparing my work at the end of the month despite the fact I'm in a wheelchair. And feeling the effects of what I call Kevin Bile. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it my condition if you want that. Growing a new body, that kind of stuff. But let me get to those things because I want to make sure I get those in good as I do my Son of a Carpenter sugar check. I'll get back to this. This is a work from February. I'm not getting paid for it. No, it's my Gates livelihood, yours as well. 424-229-4140. Whatever boring thing you get when you try to call me, that's your phone. Your family's lifeline not working. It's not going to be boring when you need the firemen, police, paramedics. I'm talking today about the active part of the Mormons and what I call the streets, the unseen business. You can call it a good old boys network if you want. You can call it corruption. You can call it fraud. However you might describe what you think I mean by the streets. But let me get to my Tommy and hopefully get those two things out early. Tami is a no-arm Chinese fella, lost his arms in a brown-nosing incident. He was told to stick his right arm into a wood chipper. He slowly fed that right arm in. The left arm saw what was going on, was of course surprised and jumped off. Tommy doesn't have those arms to pick his nose anymore, guys. If he asks you to, don't do it for him. He got rid of those arms. He doesn't need any help at all. Now, Tommy has just gotten home. He got a big promotion from, it was a loyalty test. They love blind obedience in the Oriental streets, the unseen business. And he's just gotten home and he got a call. Yeah, Rhea, his girlfriend, had to answer it for him. And it turns out the Mormons. Tommy is... it's my fun fiction. I always tell you where it ends. It ends here. When the Mormons knock on your door and you ask him in the very real world, how do you reach Milton by phone? Because that's my family's lifeline. Not working when I try to call him. How do you get your family? It's because you're a Muslim church? Is that it? We're real Christians and we want our phones to work all the time. We want to know what you do to get your phones to work all the time. Because you can find on www.youtube.com/DNFD series my call logs, and you're going to find on one red phone there the LDS missionary, Mormon missionary's number. Just like my demon sister from hell in Louisiana and other folks, they can reach me by phone. And those two particular groups of folks who can reach me by phone are active participants in our hijack lifelines. So there's the real part over with. Find these things along with 5/2018 through Daffodilia, DAFFODILIA. And I'm in the process of putting it despite those using such bizarre methods as playing that hate noise they haven't been playing past week in this bizarre loud way. They're pathetic yeah, let me get on to Tommy. He gets that call. He manages the northern LA impersonators of yours truly, Stone Cold. One and only man educating the streets about the streets, and this is a parable about that. He manages those impersonators, and of course, it's a big part of impersonators or the Mormons, the Latter-day Saints, always have been around me in the way of me doing my real work, building Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. Try to call me, tell me what you believe, 424-229-4140. See religious censorship run wild enough to place someone named Hussein, highest office in the world, right after we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Hussein. As the Muslim maintenance guy took a very active part today in a show designed nothing else to keep me from paging my stuff to present it as 4x6 photos. They had someone supposedly competent coming in from the outside to fix the heater, and still haven't. Been a year here, and still they don't have the heat fixed. They're making a lot of good money from me and a whole lot of other folks, and from Handlethe. As part of this, catering to folks homeless and also handicapped. Oh, I'd like to be making a whole lot of money designing imagery, but when you call me, you get that phone ring and the error message, the business signal. Yeah, it's not going to be boring if you need firemen, police, paramedics, and yes, every time you call up a customer, you get that. It's your gate side because it's someone else, and ByteFence from the Microsoft showed up today as part of not wanting a whole lot of stuff done by the one and only John Milton Brady. They have an active participant part in America's Hijack Lifelines as well. They can reach me with codes for the emails. Your phone's not allowed to work? Oh, when they broke my other computer and I had to get this one, they had to get the Windows activated. Long hours on the phone to shave seconds. Waste time. Microsoft. Checking post and file in front of them. But back to my fun fiction stuff, or, well, not so much fun. It's kind of a downer today. But in my fun fiction, Tami gets a call from a distressed bishop of the Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. And yes, he has to go. He tells Rhea it's his part of his work. He got to go. So he goes to where they're at, and the bishop explains the problem. Darnell. I'm not going to say what race Darnell might be in. All I say is it's parasite. Parasites come from all races and places. All over the world, different parts of the world, different people are parasites. It is what the name implies. You're draining the life out of everyone else. But Darnell, who shall remain nameless as far as who he might be with, has been raping girls of another, I don't know if it's part of his work, the street work kind of stuff, or whatever, unseen business, however you want to do it. I think it was just Darnell not being in good control of himself and liking to do that. But the bishop wants to solve the problem because they use Darnell as one of their token from a certain race, whichever race and he can be part of many different races. This is a parable. It's about symbolism and general topics. So Tami quickly surveys the situation, and he said, "Oh, here's a problem. You see, some real cops who take their job seriously and have been following up after some stuff and noticed Darnell, and they're investigating Darnell, and the bishop lets Tami know that Darnell needs an alibi. So Tami say, no problem, you're missionaries. And the missionaries, of course, they've been brought up as the scam artists of the streets with that fraud of a faith. They say, oh yeah, sure, we'll vouch for him. Tell us the dates, and 217. Tell us the dates, and we'll say he was there. And then let me get another one of those real quick. And then I'll have 10 minutes probably to explain. As Tommy's there, He sees a church princess manager, not quite the bishop, but similar in nature, and Tami over here is talking to a couple of church princess missionaries, and they have been working on Joan. And Sarah and Rebecca, and Sarah says to Melinda, she's one rape away from being part of our church. We go to see her every once in a while, every couple weeks, 3 weeks. We've got her reading the cartoon Bible, the Book of the Mormon. We've got her almost there, but she doesn't want to commit, go to the church and all that. If we could get Darnell to do his specialty, so it's kind of a two for a fictional parable. I tell you where the fiction leaves off when you pick up that phone, can't reach me. That's very real. Make a video of it. And Melinda says, "Well, do you think that would work? If that were to happen, Darnell is not busy. He can get that done. Is it going to be a problem? Would she call it in?" And Rebecca says, "Well, I don't know." And the bishop says, "Oh, don't worry. We got a sergeant or two up the chain of command in the cops. California corrupt Catholic cops. We got a few in who can sit on that kind of thing. We've done it in the past. Go ahead if you think that's going to drive her to the church. You know how that goes. Something bad happens. Even something not as drastic or mean or that kind of stuff. As the meanest thing, your phone not working for those hiding in the shadows with ill intent, and you don't know when else that phone won't be allowed to work. And if you need the firemen, police, paramedics, it's not. That's the real stuff, guys. It's not going to be as news as me asking for Flight 93 checks for 9 years now and not getting one. But make that video every time those Latter-day Saints knock on your door. What do you know about this? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? Because of what your church is actively taking part in. You were part of that those sham elections that placed someone named Hussein. Now, how's off us in the world, right, if we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Husseins? What do you know about this? Do you know who does the hijacking of America's lifelines when we try to call Milton? Because you reach him. Get their reactions and posts. Whatever they tell you. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. The bishop says it's okay. Go ahead and do that if you think that'll happen. Oh, yeah. There's where I wanted to pick up. It doesn't have to be something as drastic as that. You get this problem or that problem from not just cops, but those in official positions, and then these nice folks from a church drop past and, I know somebody who's in this department or that. They can probably help you out, or just to be there to talk things out. You stage the bad events, and then you're there to help. It's what I call a Lori technique. Can act like they got the best intentions of you or the world at heart. Doesn't take much dignity. It's the exact opposite. But I'll leave you with that as far as the mean stuff. That's a couple of the better parables as far as illustrating stuff. And it's the same thing I say with Jerry the Rapist cop. When you can't reach me by phone, you call up city, county, state of California, any and all California cops, especially those with the Mormons. And I bet you can find a whole lot who are. In one way, shape, form, or another. With physically the church, not always the case, but Make that video of whatever you get when you call up. Recount it, just witness it. I called up and I asked about John Mountain Brady. He's the very serious stuff. Your phone not working when you try to call me, not knowing when else it won't be allowed to work. Make the video, post the video. And you call up LA City, county, any cities or counties of California. We know about this. When else will my phone not be allowed to work because of what you're doing out there in California? If they don't know what a Flight 93 check of America's Lifeline, in law enforcement, they don't. And I've been asking for 9 years. Phone records don't lie, they can get them. They are either involved or they're incompetent. And the desperation on the part of those worried about me getting this stuff here in the background together. Yes, last night and today I had my template work from yesterday afternoon for today, and then I started paging. And I got there on 2. I hope to get on Milton for Imagery tonight. If not tomorrow, milton.imagery@gmail.com. But they are worried as hell. And let me leave you with that Tami thing. He's illustrating. It's not the funnest one today, but he's illustrating that. And let me tell you about my past worker in the very real world. And my observation, you can call him just me making something about nothing, but 3 weeks ago, last time she took me up to get food, she does that. And the lady who, I want to say her name was Irene, but I don't know, who came and introduced me to the program and had me sign paperwork and all that. It says he don't give them money for gas or anything. This is what they get paid to do. If they can't do it, well, find somebody who can. But in the past, I have had the lady, I'm not sure how long, give it 6 months, give or take a few. I'd have to look. But in the past, she needed money. A lot of folks need gas money. She asked to borrow money to pay for her gas. And I don't think this is out of line for me to make this presentation. They told me not to give them food, not to if they say they need gas money, you don't do that as part of being in the past system. And I understand that, and man, I understand what having no money is about, not having gas money, because of my Gates livelihood, that the Mormons and a whole lot of folks been active parts in for years, decades. I understand that. But how about this? You pull up, if you put my wheelchair in the back, you drive me up to the gas station. You get gas, you drive back, you got an hour there. The longest I go is up to Food for Less to get food down the street. Now you go down El Paso all the way down to Figueroa or something and get that. But I don't even think it's into that as far as what the case is, as far as I think it's the street. I don't see the same person twice. You can call that my fun fiction if you want. But, the person who borrowed the $25 for gas. It's my fun fiction, play along. 3 weeks ago, and this time hasn't been repaid. She needed gas, and the methods speak to the street in general, because past couple of times that Pask has called, it's nice folks who do social work kind of things, help connect workers and all that to people who need them. And the last couple of times I've listened in for about an hour. They have a program, and the last time they had a whole lot of folks calling up, and they don't get paid for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And the folks there are trying to explain that you don't. You can go online, it'll be quicker, and tell them all that, but the point is what's being presented to me, if you believe in Stone Cold's staged event, is they don't, she hasn't gotten paid yet. It's been 3 or so weeks, and not yet. But not just that. She's a very nice lady, character-wise. Once again, play along. I tell you where the fun street stuff ends. When you pick up that phone, you can't reach me. Phone records cover that. And when you can't reach me, you're making a video of the call and timestamp on your phone. That's your family's lifeline not working. There's no reason for them to alter your phone records for any reason other than they're involved in the organized crime and place someone named out Hussein in the highest office in the land. Right after we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Husseins. Organized crime makes Al Capone, Rich and Nixon look like small school kids caught stealing candy from a local mom and pop store. But it seems that as part of this interactive, you can call it my Tami fun parable, kind of mixing the fun stuff in with the mean stuff, because last night after getting my sheets washed, and I'm very particular, and I will take a small single sheet. I got a full-size bed, and I will put the sheet in between me and the old sheets. Go a week or so with the big sheets, and exchange. Someone doesn't like me being clean. That's the reason. Yeah, my soap. My nice soap that I've used for years and years, having this quality control problem where it burns the skin lately. It is folks of the Chinese streets, as I call it, conducting methods and not wanting me to be clean. Not wanting me to do stuff like appreciate that clean feel of that sheet. Because last night, I call it nuclear kind of stuff, radioactive kind of stuff. It's just me. Once again, it's my fun street stuff. I can have a little fun. Call it that because, similar to like pins and needles when something falls asleep, but much more severe and painful. And of course, it's been going on since I laid in bed last night. And yeah, I ended up throwing that sheet out, and now I've changed the whole bed around so I can do that. Get a clean pair that wasn't washed with the last stuff. And yes, as I'm doing all this yesterday with a worker here, she comes in and she's going on about this story. And I saw another little old lady type who was doing some nice stuff, washing clothes for someone here, and she said hello and pleasant conversation, riding the elevator down to let my worker in. And they don't want, I like the nice lady. Once again, character style, let me have my fun with my streets. I like her, she does a great job usually, and doesn't steal my money too much, but she's apparently was that nice lady who went down right as I was going to let my worker in, and she's taken up all the washer, so she had to go back to an extra time, and so the sheets had to be that last time. And yes, they're burning, and in the middle of all this, she's doing the staged event conversation thing where she's saying, I had to go complain to the manager because the machines took my money, and she's going on like in that gist, trying to provoke something, right? Because she's taking $25 from 3 weeks ago. What it means, if you don't understand my street fiction, is you need to clean up the damn Mormons, because you're going to get more truth like Darnell and other, my fun fiction truth. How you should never let anything have authority without checks. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I covered everything, hopefully, because it's 25 minutes. Look for a whole lot more parable bites. My parable bites about the corrupt California cops, and a lot of times it's them taking the brunt for Latter-day Saints, the pod people from Utah, running wild and conducting these bizarre methods. My legs burning, the rest of my body is as much, but in particular the legs, from what was in that wash. And I got the whole set over there ready to wash again. And I would like to be able to feel like I could go up to Food for Less and get some food. Without my worker hitting me up for money, it's not going to come back. It's them trying. She's a very nice lady. I mean, character style. You need to solve the problem. You're going to get more truth, and if you don't know Stone Cold's fiction about, yeah, they're going to start setting up those folks. The Darnells, the church princesses, instead of kissing their ass and saying, well, we can't do anything about that, that's Mormon, that's Latter-day Sinner, they're going to start setting them up. I don't care, that's great. Plus the entire fraud of a faith with their sister, fraud of a faith with the Muslims. They're dangerous as hell together. One attacks you from the outside, the other attacks you from the inside. Yes, that Fritz Romney guy running those sham elections. Can't reach me to tell me who I should vote for. What I should vote for, can't reach vote-truth.blogspot.com. Those fives and voter registration links there. Yeah, that's our democracy being hijacked. Now this is, a lot of folks are going to say that I'm just going on and on, he's ranting, he's raving. But I think I'm making a few good points. And yeah, solve the problem so I can keep my worker. I like being able to eat, go up to doctor's appointments, that kind of thing. But the Mormons and the Methodists, Chinese assholes, you know how I feel about them, and pot people are their doggies. Going stone cold crazy with that lately. It's just unreal. Check and post and pop, I gotta process this, and I hope you got something out of it. Retell those parables I told about Darnell, all you good cops across America, and you know the specific examples in your city of Mormons conducting those methods, those who manage them conducting those methods as well. Pick up those phones, they're not going to make it to Even News unless it's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be there, you damn sure better be making those videos. You know that good and well, don't you? Make that video, come see me. Have Wick Will Travis, the only perfect place to build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. Give me 1,000 disciples. Tear down the great wall of evil has just me, and then 19 to 20,000. Over 19, it will be over 20,000 next month. Images at this site, at my sites that you can download and print out. You're going to find something you like. I'll try to be more in a positive vein tomorrow, but I'll react to the Mormons here. Latter-day Saints. Make videos of them left and right, on the streets and on the stage.